Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. My name is Ash, aka I'm a Ghostbuster, and today I'm doing a review for Treasures of the Aegean on Xbox. Now, this is a interesting game that's sort of a mix between a roguelite, a Metroidvania, an action platformer, and a parkour game, basically. And while that sounds sort of confusing, it actually works really, really well. Now, the main plot of the game is you play as this woman, Marie Taylor, and she's friends with this treasure hunter, James, and you're basically sent to sort of uncover the mysteries of the Minoan civilization. Now, the story explains that the civilization was sunk and a volcanic island appears when it's sunk, and then basically it reappears, and you are sent there by helicopter to investigate it. Now, once you're on the island, like I say, it's sort of trapped in time. Still got all of the BC sort of structures and everything on it. All of that sort of history is still there, and you're there to sort of investigate, document, and sort of uncover what happened there, basically. Now, what happens is you have this giant interconnected area to explore, various different things to see and do, beautiful environments as well. I mean, there's such a variety of environments to explore, to see bright colourfulness to it. And basically, as you start to leave after your first visit, you drop your phone, and it for some reason gets teleported back in time, and then get stuck in like a Groundhog Day-esque loop of having to sort of repeat your runs on the island within a time limit. So you start off with a minimal amount of time, and it does increase the more runs you do. And in your runs, you have to sort of solve puzzles, collect lost treasures, and basically add to your sort of, you have like this tablet journal which you sort of add to as you uncover information and expand the map, basically. Now, what's nice is like when you do complete a run and you drop your phone, it teleports back into the past. They use the details off the phone and map it, so when you start your next run, all the details are still there. Now, straight up, the game looks fantastic. It has a comic book art style, including the sort of text boxes popping up over the screen when characters are talking. Sometimes that doesn't work very well, but it works really well in this game. Looks fantastic, bright, colourful environments, like I've said, loads of different varieties from sunken ships to sort of grand structures. There's a variety of great sort of atmospheric background musics that really sort of make it feel like it's a interesting and sort of epic expedition you're on, which fit really well. I couldn't say how accurate they are to the sort of style they're going for. I'm not that big a history buff, but it worked well when I was playing it. Now, you traverse the world doing parkour, and this is a highlight of the game. It feels so fast, so fluid. You're running, you're jumping, you're sliding under things, you're swinging off ropes, you're wall running. Everything just feels super smooth, super quick, especially when you've got a time limit. You're able to sort of jump around, run around, and traverse things really quickly. Flips, rolls, all that sort of jazz works and feels fantastic. Now, as well as sort of obstacles and stuff like that to avoid, you do have enemies that you have to avoid as well. There's not too many of them when you first start, like I say, and they're not the most difficult to avoid, but they are in there. They do add a air of difficulty to the game. And also, you can't die from falling as such. You just sort of have a little cutscene where she sort of wakes up after knocking herself out, and you lose a couple of minutes basically. So it's sort of a risk reward sort of situation. You don't want to fall too hard because you could lose a precious minute basically in what you're trying to do. Now, I'm not the one for sort of roguelike games that much. They don't appeal to me too much. I've never been a big sort of fan of them. However, this one is different. It feels more like an action platformer, sort of Metroidvania, than a roguelike. But obviously, it does have this sort of run system in there. I loved the sort of environments, the like history in it and stuff like that when they were giving all the facts and stuff out. There are some downsides to the game. It isn't all perfect, like I say. Some of the puzzles are tricky, and if you mess them up, you're most likely going to have to wait till you do another run to be able to complete them. So you've got to make sure you do them correctly when you can. And also, the tablet which you use to record things you found, it also has a map which gets coloured in as you progress each run, because obviously at the end of each run it gets filled in with more and more details. It also jots down all of the like points of interest, and you can also place markers on it. However, the markers are terrible, and it's like you should place a marker for this to remember this because it'll help you with the puzzle. But nothing that you can put down sort of correlates to what you're looking at, so you have to sort of end up remembering what your note is for your notes, basically, which isn't ideal. Now, overall, like I say, it's a really fun game. It's hard to explain it without playing it, but if you like the sort of roguelike and sort of Metroidvania style games, this is a really cool little spin on it that has really interesting environments to explore, a whole host of collectibles to find. I believe there's over like 100 treasures to find on the map, and like I say, it gives you a reason to keep going back and going back to sort of replay and do another run trying to uncover all of the secrets and the histories of this now sort of risen island. So check it out. It's available on Xbox and Xbox Series X and S. It was released in November of 2021. It's developed by Undercoders and it's published by Numskull Games, and it's priced at £16.99. And honestly, like I say, I wasn't sure what this game was when I first saw it. I thought it was going to be a totally different type of game to what it ended up being, and I'm honestly pleasantly surprised by it. It's a really fun game with smooth animations and gameplay, which is a must in these type of games. But that's it for this video, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and we'll see you soon for more content. Bye for now.